BlueSky. Hello. So, what we learned last time on Trigger Happy Havoc, right? This girl right here, you can't see me pointing at her, but the girl with the two pigtails, she got stabbed for stepping on the teddy bear. And I liked her. She was pretty cool, you know? I'm sad she died so soon. And then we got the singer. She died, right? That, like, I didn't trust her, like, at all. But, like, she didn't survive long enough for me to say she would have killed me, you know what I mean? She ended up dead. And I think I was the one that was supposed to die because we switched rooms. So, I don't know. Or somebody was watching. Now we gotta figure out who killed her. I think I have an idea of who killed her, but we'll see. So, yeah. Alright, we're investigating. That's what we were doing last. I didn't mean to... Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Easy.
By the way,
you know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body. I mean, there's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible. That dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Wait, I can't check the trash can? Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I do know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. She's fucking investigating. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Let me see something real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure my voice works. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up a little? Huh. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touched it a little. Okay. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Uh-huh. There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how the sheath gets scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? There are scratches. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in this room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I heard something. That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could have happened in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies. Creating an idea setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle. Okay. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it. So this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. That's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she could have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something? No, that's not possible because you gave it to her in the room. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. So she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... The toolkit is still inside. I don't see any evidence that I've been used at all. Which makes sense. I mean, it's mine. I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mundo?
What?
We ain't exactly in the
What?
mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then.
What?
Not just me. Nobody's
What?
busted theirs out yet as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Because, like, why the hell would we? I don't think it's relevant right now. Yeah. I think it's relevant. This trash. Excuse me, sir. I went right through his crotch. Hello, Truffle. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like they must, yeah.
Well.
Okay, I got this one. Am I missing anything? Oh, yeah. I should look around here first. A surveillance camera. Yeah, that's what he said. What am I missing? It's the display stand the sword was on. Yeah. This is one of the monitors. Do I have to re-talk to people? Can I check this?
Well.
Oh Lord, I did that by mistake. Do they say
By the
anything?
way.
The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, yeah.
You son of a... You're fucking dead. Yo.
I could have sworn I examined everything.
What?
Isn't it all?
No,
I'm searching.
Did you lose?
My thing is, how did he get...
Listen.
Are you a clean freak? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
See.
Interesting. What's interesting? Just as suspected. There's something very unusual about your room.
So.
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair.
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around here before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
See.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or
Well.
the killer? That's the question, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I didn't need her to tell me that. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Look at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears, but I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought helped me up and supported me. There's something behind her. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw Leon? What? Written in blood, the numbers 11037. No, that says Leon. Did Sayaka do this? Whoops. Was she telling us who it was? Was it Leon? Is that who the killer is? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object, obviously a knife, had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? They definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is, that's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palm of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Okay, the stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. So, okay, these are the only two things that I can observe. So the person that hi, how's it going? So the person that did it, which I think is Leon because she wrote his name, he hit her with the sword. 100%. Yes. I think it's Leon.
It would seem.
Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself. Right. Do you often talk like an inspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? I have no idea what could possibly mean. The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, It means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the results would be?
Well,
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. Sounds like Kyoto knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to when it comes to numbers. Who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck? Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. Well, what the heck? The doorknob practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would
Someone must
seem-
have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So,
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathroom can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
just a second.
I've just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all of
I
this.
see.
Then that clears that up. What clears up? I'm so lost. So you're just gonna let us die? Bathroom doorknob. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is.
Hey.
Okay. So okay. Let's talk to this guy. He's right here.
Strange.
Could it be because you are the culprit? No. You got this all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms. She's dead because of me. Then it should have been me that died. Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. That's really true. That's what I'm saying. That someone tried. Has Sayaka's name on it. This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Wait, what? What? Why? Was it Monokuma? Huh? F1. Regulations. You're free to explore. Yeah, there's nothing that says about it, but they are switched. So that means that she would have... Well, maybe not. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Yeah, so she would have not had that room to go into. Like the locked bathroom. But it didn't matter because that person, I don't know, they assumed, I guess, that it was the girl's room. So they unscrewed it without even like testing the door. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. I wonder what does she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyways. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I don't think there's anything in this room that can help us. We'll go see the DVD before I speak to anybody else. E. Can I? Oh! Wait, what is this? Oh, that's the room? Dining hall. That's where they took the knife from. Can I not telly? I know it's Leon because she wrote it. But we still gotta, like, you know, prove it. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds. But then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with her friends, with the friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speaker.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which is now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
What? Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Yeah, leave the area. Damn. Okay. So, can we investigate other people's rooms? Let me see. Let me talk to this guy.
Listen to me.
I uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose new room it is, right?
Hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget it. Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. You mother fudger. He's probably talking about the nameplates, right? Being switched. 100%. Okay, so we also know that here, this is where the knife came from. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Okay. So... Alright, we know that the knives are missing, right? There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or I'd better see if anyone here knows more about it. It wasn't missing since the beginning. That I know, because I checked this room. And it was there before. So, did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Totally.
I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappearing like that? Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So, when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well...
I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea, I went back into the kitchen to wash my glass. One of the knives were gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. By the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys are supposed to be friends, right? But, you know, you still killed her? On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So, when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. So, stop assuming. Also, that makes no sense. You saw us. I mean, she would have seen who came in the dining room. Oh my Lord Jesus. This is Taka's room. How the hell do you know? This is Mondo's room. I don't think there's anything here that will help me. Like, in all honesty, we should say, okay, everybody, open your doors. We're gonna go through. We're gonna go see. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Huh? Mr. Naigi, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? Trash room is useful. Let's go look in there. I mean, it's still closed. It looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. Oh, how about you open it? It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further.
Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
This is stupid. It'd be faster just to go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further.
Cleaning duties. I really do think it's Leon. Leave the area, yeah. I mean, how are you? Why do I feel mad short?
Seems like
Said Psycho was killed in your room. Who's in trash duty? Are you guys gonna repeat the same thing? How do I know? Is there a way to know? Oh, can you tell me anything about cleaning duty? No.
such
You're like a child lost in the woods. You know that? Total waste of space. Taka's the one who has any interest in organizing things like that. Oh, good point. Taka. That's Toko. Who the fiddlesticks is who? Taka would be, actually, yeah. Taka likes everything, like, good. Like, perfect. As a matter of fact, Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really?
Listen to me.
He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duties. Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now?
That's wrong.
Actually, no. Then who is? Hifumi was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. So he's on cleaning duty then.
Count on it.
Indeed. But we'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long. And when that time comes, I'm counting on you. Could he have let that person in? Chunky, why do I feel so short? Am I like crouching? Like, look at this. Like, I'm just looking at everyone's crotch. At this point, except for you, this is all belly, boy. Oh, wait, it's not you. Wait, it is. As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So, I formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room. Of course. It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and the only person on cleaning duty has... And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Anyone who kills a fellow student becomes black and will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and then things would become boring.
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that,
Hey, you bastard.
why'd you want a clean duty gig anyways? I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You-
Liar. I know why you did it.
Is it like
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, and poking around at it.
There's no way to
What are you
think
talking
this
about?
with
Oh, my love is
common
for
sense.
2D.
you know what
I believe him. But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it.
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to. Anyways, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on the cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You got it.
So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi.
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without a doubt.
surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But then the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. This guy is too much for me, 100%. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looked like to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this
Is that... Do you know what this is? They said if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear. Really? Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Just like the Mina girl, who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particularly ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I'd better go find out for sure. Oh, that guy. Yeah, no. I don't think so. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave. Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Ah, the fairy? No, you said that last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Yes. About that, there can be no mistake. If I got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate,
most suspicious?
it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet, without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Can we turn it off? Oh no, you don't want to turn it off? There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. Like a shirt. Anyways, it looks like a piece of cloth. And the shape. It's part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and then those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
I'm
Everyone
sure of it.
already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out of his comic book fantasies. That's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put whatever trash we can't burn? Well, whatever it's for, it doesn't look like it's hiding any clues. But it got money. My thing is... If you need help lifting your spirit, call on me
Come
anytime. I've
on,
got all
come
kinds of
on.
smut or stuff that might help cheer you up. You weirdo. I don't understand why he won't turn off the incinerator.
Yes, in. Want to see them?
Okay.
Mouse.
Yeah. Okay, so where do we go from here? Button up. You're wearing a button up. You're wearing a button up. Yeah, but like, how do they got like change of clothes for the same clothes? Like, that's weird. Maybe there's something in the laundry room? There's a swimsuit hanging out dry. But I got money. No. So. Where's the gym? He did say he wanted to speak to somebody that was in the gym, right? This is not the gym. What's this? Oh, it's here. Oh, she's here. So, do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let us just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking? So annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally. But I think the trash room is always... Yeah, y'all keep saying the trash room.
Me.
Yeah, I noticed the trash room too. There are some, but like you won't turn off the incinerator, you know? Cause I would have turned that off and try to see if there's anything left in there, you know? Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something. What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyways for trying. Even if she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. They're just her dead body's still here? Hey, Hiro, can I ask you something? I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. What are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball. But it's all smashed. What the hell?
Heck?
I only brought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? What, it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Okay, so you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. Probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have came by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from my fortune telling for 2 full years. Oh my god. Come out to be like $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Oh my god. The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Hey, how's it going? Long time no see. You're late, Makoto. We've been all waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? Okay, the one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Could I be wrong to just suggest it was Leon just because, like, she wrote it? I was busy with uni exams, but I'm finally free. Oh my god, I gotta start school again in April.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your
I hope you passed all of them.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Oh god.
Got it.
Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you are the culprit. Maybe. But you're obviously leaning that way. Your mother. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Yes, indeed. Hey.
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. I think I'm enjoying it, you know, but I haven't really played much, I haven't played this type of game before, so it's like a whole new experience for me. Like, why? Like, who is this bear? Who is the killer? That's the real question. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sound towards the school basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't feel like a real classroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? I mean, courtroom. Sorry. Oh, really? I actually ended up buying like all of them. While they were on sale. Like,
Well now.
I only played like the beginning of this game when it was on Xbox Game Pass. And but it got like removed before I could even like finish it or even get far into it. And that's what made me like, you know what? When they go on sale, I'm gonna buy them more. I'm just like, I just don't tell me, but I'm like, I just want to know, like, do we ever figure out who's doing this and like why? Is it like a Saw game? Like, I would admit this is very entertaining. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. But this is someone that has to have money. Or like, I don't know, like a TV show. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. I don't know what to expect. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Oh, is it? I mean, weird might not be too bad. We got these truth bullets. Then we got set skills. I don't know what that is. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Increase bullet capacity. Effective during the bullet time battle. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. I don't know what any of that fucking means.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of
Okay,
the class
I'm stressed.
style. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Is there a way to purposely lose on this?
And the killer
And it's
really
like
is one of us,
game
right?
over?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Oh, I see.
Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
Huh.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble.
Unless there
Get
was
ready
supposed to
get
be
started.
16 people and someone didn't come.
First up is the case summary.
I don't know.
Let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Oh my god, anxiety. Okay, your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear? Absolutely. The fuck does that mean? As things progress during each class trial, you would engage in a number of non-stop debates. Okay, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim, then fire. With the left mouse button, pay close attention to the narrator just dot me to each character's statement and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Or I can think about it, right? Evidence of struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we know that part already.
Uh-huh.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Uh-huh.
in the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
No.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Yeah, shut up. She's
Sorry.
a little slow.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real
Yeah.
trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Make your argument. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere. Just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer to attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim. Make it easier to target potential weak spots. Okay, focus gauge. All right. But the focus will go, oh, okay, that's great. Well, then good luck and have fun. Telling me to fucking have fun? We're all about to die. Okay.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder
Cool.
weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Yo, shut up. I did not.
In secret, when nobody was in the dining.
No, that's wrong.
Didn't even let her finish a statement. It's wrong.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. Yeah, so but then how did the person get it without her saying?
Perfectly clear. The knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Oh, that's some tricky bullshit. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will graduate. So, but what if these two just like kill everybody? Like they each get a turn to kill somebody. Like what happens then?
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's nobody to do the case, right? What happens then?
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about
True.
the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned
Nope, it
room.
doesn't.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl.
Excuse me?
It's unwholesome.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
How dare you question my wife?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka. Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
So maybe she wanted to invite somebody over and then kill them?
What? See?
But it didn't work out that way.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, If the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah. Any help? The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from letters flying around, and the letters already known. Use the mouse to aim, then press the left mouse. What the fuck was missing from my room? Besides hair. This guy reaches 0. If you run out of time, you fail. Well, then good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, fuck. Wait. Does it give me... I'm very confused. Oh. Oh. What? I'm confused. Oh, I gotta shoot it multiple times. I see. Fucking confused as fuck.
Now I understand.
Tell me.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond
That is true.
suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Cute. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. There's a bit more to learn about. Oh my god, okay. And I gotta remember this all the next time? From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there are essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Oh my god. But you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence guide will take damage. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. I hate that they keep telling me to have fun. This is just giving me panic attacks and anxiety. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Hmm.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Mm-hmm.
She then fled into the bathroom.
This is true.
Then the killer ran after her.
Yes.
And they got into the bathroom.
Yes.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No! Stop.
And finally...
Excuse me, can we go back?
Cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto?
Fuck
Admit
you.
it. We already know the answer.
It went too fast.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
I gotta like slow it.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
But why?
Because Sayaka had locked it. No, that's wrong.
They talk faster than I could shoot it. I was like, pew, 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 pew.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locked bathrooms.
That's
right?
true.
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
No, it is lucky.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the...
The killer was... Yes. Yes. Crime took place. The one thing they didn't know was that the crime actually took place in Sayaka's room. No. You don't have to overthink this one. God dang it.
I got it.
Because they switched around the
Killer
thingies.
must not have realized
But did they
that it
notice
was my room.
afterwards?
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's...
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
So she must have switched the things.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room,
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did
They had to be invited, right?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the
Yes.
locks are all unpickable.
Hey, Goofy.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the
Welcome back,
easy way.
Kiwi.
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue.
I thought you
against
said
me?
you quit
Sounds
unsaved.
Like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. There's no way Sayaka let someone in.
I got it!
Is this it?
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
We're playing a horror murder mystery game. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Exactly.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? I want to talk to you about just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room,
I found
okay?
a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto.
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note. Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she...
See, I knew I
write
couldn't trust her.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
What? Make your argument. Oh god. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Yes.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Instead of Sayaka, and the reason for that is... Yes, she
Sayaka
switched
and
it.
Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yeah?
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it
Hey,
specifically
Kenny.
says my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly.
The room that No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her
Stress,
room.
Kenny.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms was...
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Thank you. I need
the
it.
only other
I need the good
person
luck.
besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
I want to talk to you about just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
Mm-hmm.
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
True.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Definitely.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know, because of the gold.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there.
Facts.
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
Yep.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. There is! Jesus, are you getting used to these non-stop debates? No? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of these bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence guide. You can press the Q to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. Oh, thank God. For our purpose, this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean... The fuck? Okay. Is that what's in my bullet? I mean, in my gun?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
No. There's no explanation of how certain part of sword got damaged.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain
my
it so I
lord.
get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath.
So they were
first,
using it to
right?
block. Right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too.
No.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
I don't think so either.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Her palms?
I got it!
There's
You're
no gold
talking
on
about
it.
her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because it's not
Well,
gold.
like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
That's true.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the
Oh,
bathroom.
why?
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What?
No, that's not it at all.
There's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at night time. The water's off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Which is weird.
Oh, I didn't
Like, what
know
if you gotta
that.
take a shit
Actually,
at like
I haven't taken a shower here yet.
2? Ew.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
With Sayaka.
I got it!
Oh, so every time I get it right, I get help.
She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
Yeah, she was gonna kill the person.
With the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
So I was right.
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless
No,
victim
it
in
was
this.
all fate.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She
Yeah.
took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Whoa, finish that sentence.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, That would implicate Makoto.
Yeah.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would
It had number one. It had to be a guy, right?
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch roles.
That's what I was saying. She was playing like two. She was acting.
She was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yeah, she said she would do anything.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Mm-hmm.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it! Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
It's illegal.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Why me?
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Don't you clearly know who it is? Obviously, I committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, she left you a clue. There's nothing left. Don't bullshit me. Make your argument. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Pew! No, that's wrong.
There is a clue. Leon?
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask.
Yeah?
Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
That is true. But in all... I mean, it was her finger, but you could just paint the finger and write it for her.
Blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
His voice sounds
I
familiar.
think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know. Are you fucking serious?
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Okay. If you turn the messages 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What? What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result,
she could have just... Oh no, she wanted to hide it. I was gonna... She could have wrote it on the floor.
Flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
She's right, I did it. I did it because it does write like that.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
They try to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Incinerator.
I got it!
Got it!
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
How the fuck did she know?
As the killers stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
How did you...
One scrap of fabric enough to conclude...
I know, like, how did you jump to that?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which killer wasn't able to get rid of. Uh-huh. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. Where it was disposed of, how it was disposed of, when.
Shoot!
Ugh. I lost hope. where or how it was disposed of. I don't know why that was.
At how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
Mm-hmm.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Okay, let's hear it. Shattered crystal ball. How does that play into it?
The trash room.
Oh, they threw it.
Cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one
Fucking
who
missed
could
it
get to
again.
The incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Oh, that wasn't it.
Shoot! The key to the trash room.
Hey, Fondy.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who
I
could
missed.
get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to...
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong. So they used the crystal ball to throw it to the incinerator.
I think I know how someone
Which
could
is like,
dispose of the evidence
I guess because
without
he's
using
a
the
baseball
trash room
player,
key.
they use that. Like,
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
the killer had to use the glass ball to turn away.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Yeah, but then how would you get that in there and then turn on the incinerator?
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Yeah, but then how did the clothes get in there?
Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
Huh?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside.
Damn, I can't see what they're saying.
The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
Because we could have...
Had been on cleaning duty. The evidence would
We would have seen another item there, though.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way.
Unless he used the ball to turn on the incinerator and then use something else to throw it in the...
Possible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
I would say clairvoyant. He predicted
because
that.
the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Leon.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound?
No, you
right
sound stupid.
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Yeah, but still.
You can't be serious.
In that little hole.
I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
But it was like, you know, self-defense. So.
Listen to me. What the hell do you mean end this?
Sorry, you have to
You
die.
want, Leon, but all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed.
So.
Now here's what happened.
So my question is okay, what if you managed to figure out mad people that died, right? There's only 3 left. Out of those 3, one person kills another, right? So then there's 2. How does that win, right? Because he knows who's the killer is, so you gotta be like, it was that person, and then that's it. What if that other person was like, it's that person? They can't. They would just both die, wouldn't they? Like, how does that work? I don't know. We'll see. In this phrase, it'll give a complete summary of the case. In a comic book. Breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Stop telling me to have fun. Miserable. Alright. Oh shit. Wait. I'm confused. It goes this way. Right? Who the fuck knows? No, this way? This way? This way? And she runs. She's hiding in the room. She's scared as fuck. Wait, or would it be this? And huh. Okay. The fuck is happening here?
Here's
I guess.
exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Mm-hmm.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever...
And they had that crazy hair color, so it would have been easy.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
The fact that he was able to throw that shirt through that hole, not get it caught on anything, with the sleeves still out. Mind you, the momentum of those sleeves flapping in the air. Like, I just can't...
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
If only he had his natural hair color, he wouldn't have to do all of that. They don't got any DNA testing.
Forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Yeah, everything. Plead the
Do I
fifth.
object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence?
Sure. I have the evidence. Yeah, you do. Bullet time battle. What the fuck is this? Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We would like to refer this as the bullet time battle. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with rhythm. Are you fucking kidding me? Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the right mouse to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked on with the left mouse button as tempo marker reaches the center. What? What? My comprehension is not enough. Press the left mouse, shoot it down with the truth like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Stop telling me good luck and have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
Yeah. So who went into Leon's room?
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
You lost the argument with that one.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
You lost the argument with that one. You just called me stupid like 20 times. That's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't you go to his room to see that he used it? And I guess they did. They just didn't show me.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie.
Oh, I see.
Shut up. Where's your proof?
Your face.
You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me?
Oh.
Not a chance. You lie. Shut up. Shut up. Stupid.
Get shot.
Where's your proof? This should prove it.
This is gonna be the proof.
The
Proof in
screws
the
on
pudding.
The bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
So where's your screwdriver?
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly.
I don't know
never been
why
used.
he didn't use Makoto's. Like, did he go run back to his room?
Didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Like, if they ran to their room.
Got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Damn, an A? Shit. Oh, can I get an S? Oh, I got money for that? Ooh, I got an achievement.
Looks like you've
It didn't
reached
pop
your
up, though.
verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor,
Really?
right?
So what if you vote differently?
Okay, then let's get excited!
Would you get punished for it?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Or is it like actual court where you can't have that deadlock? Too bad he's a bear. You can't really read his expression. Looks like you got it all right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Kuwata who?
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
What the hell is wrong with you? She tried to kill him
I
first.
didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So that's why
I killed her
none of
first.
you are any different.
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was a complete chance that I wound up like
I
this.
was just unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me just to accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision was made right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and that video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know, because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. I don't know. Ask the clairvoyant guy. Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand. Really, I do. Yup. You're in the utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched into my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough, I was sure of it, would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoiding punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you are magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own tuko? That's true. After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So that's why.
I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. If it weren't for you, this would have... it never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people that with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that kind of justice that's awakened within you. Just shut up. Okay, well, anyways, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No.
Oh, 3D. Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Sound is really low. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Yeah, that's a word, yeah. My adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
I I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
If you don't like it. All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Maybe.
Say what?
Or in that case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
Why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? Yeah, I don't know about that. Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's true. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But that's what he wants. But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? Yeah, that's true. No matter how much time passes, you can't quite cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You are to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. We're being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Yeah. Just like before. Let's get to the black and punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all. Everyone.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. Like this! Your mama, your mama. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. You son of a bitch. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. Yeah? ... It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that. Yes, it is.
It's true.
My RL BFF. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision, that's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me. You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. That's true. Well, then maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her. That's also a possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway.
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. I don't know about that. You might forget in a couple of years. You'd be like, what's that guy? He died. He died with baseballs. What's his name again? I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. Good for you. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations of you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Call it intuition. I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Fuck my life. That's cute. To survive. That was just chapter 1. Jesus Christ. $12. Who's gonna die next? To be continued. Despair bat present? Who the fuck am I gonna give that to? Where are we gonna happen to the next day? I don't know. But this is where I call it. It's interesting. I wonder who's gonna die next. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it like always. Remember, YouTube, leave a like if you liked it. Comment below. I will read it. And thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.